Good morning. Let us start with the new concept of combined journal entry. In our previous class, we have learned the journal entry, how to record the specimen and the basic example of simple two-fold journal entry. Now, in reality, we don't have only the two folds. We may have many more folds and we have to write the journal for the different aspects together. So that particular specific journal entry, that is known as a combined journal entry. Let us understand first the meaning, that what you mean by combined journal entry. The meaning says that when only one account is required to debit or credit for more times. See, repeatedly you have to record more times. Take an example: salary paid, wages paid, commission paid, rent paid. When you have this type of occurring expenses together in a day and all are paid by cash. So cash is a common word. So instead of writing 5 journal entry, that salary account debit to cash, wages account debit to cash, rent account debit to cash, commission account debit to cash, we can do one thing. We can write cash for all together once, and the salary, commission, rent, wages, those are to be written together. So when you combine number of events together with a common aspect, recording once is known as a combined journal entry. So when you have to debit or credit for more than one time and a mutual transaction takes place, the transactions are of multiple nature but having the same particular time in a day during a specific period of time. In this case, instead of passing a separate journal entry, only one entry is passed, is known as a combined entry. I have already given you an example that why to record 5 entry when you can merge all the 5 expenses together and write 2 cash once and for all with the total of the 5 transaction amount. So in brief, what you can say, when the 2 or more than 2 accounts are associated for a transaction, in such case, combined journal entry can be passed. When the similar type of transactions took place, like that income, interest received, commission received, rent received. Okay, you have 3 type of income which received. All are received in cash form. So cash is to be debited with total figure of all the 3. Interest you have received rent, and you have received commission. So total of all 3, find the figure, debit the cash with that amount, and then you write to interest account, to commission account, to rent account. So like this, you can merge the number of transactions together and write only one journal is known as a combined journal entry. Now this thing is possible in case of expenses and income, as well as it also possible at time of writing your opening journal entry. When you have more than few assets and liabilities are brought in by the business. So combined journal entry possible. Again, when you do the transaction with the discount, trade discount, cash discount, the trade not to be recorded in books of account but cash need to be recorded. So over there also you have more than 2 accounts involved in the journal. So these are the various few examples of combined journal entry. Let us study the first. The first example, that suppose on 2017 January 1st, the transaction is salary 1000, rent 2000, commission 400 paid. So you have paid what? The separate journal need to write. What journal you write? Salary account debit 1000, rent account waste our time in writing for three times, 3 times narration to be written. It becomes so complex and the length of journal increase that is on the top of it. So instead of repeating same and same, we can make it compressed and we can make it in systematic manner. So salary is your expense, nominal account, debit all expense, rent also expense, commission also expense. So salary account debit, the figure of salary to be written in debit column. The rent account debit, figure of rent to be written in debit column. Commission also debit, the figure to be written in debit column. 2. Cash account, all you have paid by cash. Because nothing is said, only the word paid is mentioned. There is no indication of a check or a bank, so that it is understood that you have paid by cash. So 2. Cash account. Now the cash account is the summation of all. How much? 1000 plus 2000 plus 400. So the total 3400 is in the credit column. So 3 journal entry work you have done in only 1 journal entry. That salary, rent and commission all are paid together by giving 3400. So being expenses are paid by cash. Like this, let us take another example. That when you write the opening journal entry and start a business, once you start a business, then every time the journal will be continued, the balances of assets and liabilities are transferred from one year to another year. At that time, then we will write the opening journal entry. Here we are doing an example of starting a business. The transaction is brought the goods of rupees 10,000, furniture 2,000, cash 50,000 to start the business. Now who bring all these things? All things are brought in the business by the owner. So you write like this, that goods account debit to capital account, furniture account debit to capital account, cash account debit to capital account. Why we write to capital for 3 times? We can merge and we can associate all the assets brought in by the owner into one word, that is capital. So your combined journal entry become that goods account debit 10,000, furniture account debit 2,000 and cash account 50,000. All together to capital account. Who has given all these things? Owner. So the word for the owner is used as a capital when he gives us something. So to capital account 62,000. Being business started by above mentioned assets. So like this you can merge the transaction and the total of what you have spent to be credited. The total what you have received from the owner to be credited. So like this, the combination to be done of small journals which reference to the one common aspect, all are to be combined, is known as a combined journal entry. So what is the important point here? Not necessary that always you have only 2 folds. You may have many more folds in the journal. And the second, make sure that the total of your debit always should be equal to credit. What many number of accounts are there? It's not difficult task. Let it be. But the important thing is that your debit amount should be equal to your credit amount. Then only at the end our equation, that is A is equal to your C plus L. The fundamental basic equation of asset liability will tell you. So always the debit total must be equal to the credit total. That is what our basic concept. So this is what another concept of journal. Next class we start with more example. Thank you.